Have you ever noticed your legs feeling weaker, heavier, or just not responding the way they used to? Maybe climbing stairs feels harder, or standing for long periods leaves you exhausted. What if I told you that the foods you eat every day could be silently working either for your legs or against them? The truth is, our legs are often the first to show signs that our body is not getting the nutrients it desperately needs. They're like the canary in the coal mine, signaling us before more serious problems appear. Think of your legs as the pillars of a building. When the foundation weakens, the whole structure is at risk. Strength doesn't just come from exercise, it comes from the fuel we give our body. Foods rich in protein like eggs, lean meats, and legumes are essential because muscles are built from protein. Without enough of it, your legs lose power, and even simple tasks like standing up from a chair can feel daunting. Calcium and magnesium are equally important, quietly working to keep your bones dense and resilient. Dairy, leafy greens, and nuts are your allies here, giving your legs the framework they need to stay upright and strong. But we can't forget the role of inflammation. Chronic joint pain and stiffness can silently sap your mobility. Anti-inflammatory foods like berries, turmeric, and tomatoes help keep your joints moving smoothly, almost like lubricating the hinges of a door. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish and flax seeds don't just support heart health, they improve circulation, reduce swelling, and keep your leg muscles energized. Fruits and vegetables rich in vitamin C and other antioxidants boost collagen production, which is vital for strong connective tissue, helping your tendons and ligaments support your movements efficiently. Even hydration plays a key role. Electrolytes from mineral-rich foods prevent cramps and sudden fatigue, keeping you agile and steady on your feet. It's remarkable how small dietary shifts can produce visible changes. Imagine adding just a handful of almonds, a serving of salmon, and a rainbow of vegetables to your daily meals, and watching your strength improve week by week. This isn't just theory, it's the science of nourishment applied to movement. Your legs, which may feel weak today, can regain power, stability, and confidence through simple, natural choices. You don't have to wait until weakness becomes obvious. Begin today by choosing foods that fuel, repair, and strengthen every part of your legs. Think of it as an investment in every step you take, every climb, every stride. Because when your legs are strong, the rest of your life feels more vibrant, balanced, and unstoppable. Legs are often the first part of the body to show signs of weakness, and this is rarely random. They serve as an early indicator of overall health because they are weight-bearing, complex structures that rely on muscles, bones, nerves, and circulation working together. When any part of this system begins to falter, whether due to poor nutrition, lack of exercise, or underlying medical conditions, the legs are usually the first to feel it. This weakness can manifest as difficulty climbing stairs, standing for long periods, walking shorter distances than before, or experiencing frequent cramps and fatigue. The body is a finely tuned machine, and the legs act like a diagnostic tool, quietly signaling that something deeper may be going on. The muscles in the legs are among the largest in the body, and they require consistent maintenance to remain strong. When protein intake is insufficient, muscle fibers begin to lose mass, which makes movement less efficient and balance more difficult to maintain. Additionally, the bones in the legs bear the weight of the body, so if calcium, magnesium, or vitamin D levels are low, the skeletal system becomes weaker, increasing the risk of fractures or discomfort. Blood flow is another crucial factor. Healthy circulation ensures that muscles receive oxygen and nutrients, and if circulation is impaired, often due to sedentary habits or cardiovascular issues, the legs quickly feel the impact. This is why people with early-stage heart or vascular problems sometimes notice their legs cramping or swelling before other symptoms appear. Nerves also play a critical role. Peripheral nerves in the legs transmit signals from the brain that control movement and balance. Any disruption, whether from diabetes, vitamin deficiencies, or nerve compression, can lead to tingling, numbness, or weakness. Because the legs are farthest from the heart, they are particularly sensitive to these changes, acting as a kind of early warning system for broader health issues. In many ways, paying attention to leg strength is like reading a progress report from the body. Weak legs are often the first sign that diet, exercise, or overall lifestyle choices need adjustment before more serious problems arise. A practical example illustrates this clearly. Consider a 60-year-old woman who began noticing that she could no longer climb the stairs at home without pausing multiple times. She initially attributed it to aging, but after a checkup, she discovered she had mild vitamin D deficiency and low muscle mass due to inadequate protein intake over the years. By addressing these nutritional gaps and incorporating leg strengthening exercises into her routine, she regained her strength within months. Her leg's weakness had been the body's first alert, prompting corrective action before more severe mobility or bone issues develop. This example highlights how leg weakness is not just a minor inconvenience, it's a clear, early signal from the body to take health seriously. Muscle strength and bone health are deeply connected to nutrition, and what we eat can have a profound impact on how strong and resilient our bodies remain as we age. Muscles are built from protein, which provides the essential amino acids needed to repair and grow muscle fibers after activity. Without adequate protein intake, muscles can weaken, recover more slowly, and lose their capacity to support movement effectively. But it isn't just protein. Micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D play an equally vital role in keeping bones strong. Bones are living tissues that constantly break down and rebuild, a process that depends heavily on these nutrients. Calcium forms the structural foundation of bones, while vitamin D ensures that calcium is absorbed efficiently. Magnesium supports both muscle contraction and bone mineral density, acting as a bridge between strong muscles and robust bones. When any of these nutrients are missing from the diet, the body struggles to maintain optimal strength, and the legs, being weight-bearing structures, often show the earliest signs of weakness. Nutrition also affects the muscles and bones indirectly through its impact on inflammation and recovery. Anti-inflammatory foods such as leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fatty fish can help reduce joint pain and support better circulation, which allows muscles to receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. Collagen, found in bone broth and certain protein-rich foods, supports connective tissues, tendons, and ligaments, which are essential for joint stability and overall mobility. Even electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, found in bananas, avocados, and nuts, are crucial for proper muscle contraction and preventing cramps. Without a balanced intake of these nutrients, muscles may fatigue faster, bones may become brittle, and the risk of falls or injuries rises. Essentially, nutrition is the foundation upon which strength and mobility are built. Neglecting it undermines the entire musculoskeletal system. A practical example demonstrates this connection vividly. Consider a 55-year-old man who noticed that he could no longer play with his grandchildren as actively as before. He felt fatigue in his legs after short walks and sometimes experienced minor knee pain. After visiting a nutritionist, he learned that his diet was low in protein, vitamin D, and calcium. By incorporating eggs, lean meats, leafy greens, fortified dairy, and fatty fish into his daily meals, and adding safe sun exposure for vitamin D synthesis, he began to notice a remarkable difference. Within a few months, his leg strength improved, climbing stairs became easier, and his knees felt more stable. This example illustrates that proper nutrition doesn't just support general health. It directly strengthens the muscles and bones that keep us upright, mobile, and active, showing how interconnected diet and musculoskeletal health truly are. Muscles are made of protein, and the legs contain some of the largest and most important muscles in the body. When these muscles are not properly nourished, they weaken, tire more easily, and become less efficient at supporting movement. Protein-rich foods provide the essential amino acids that muscles need to repair themselves after activity, grow stronger, and maintain their shape and function. Without enough protein, muscle fibers break down faster than they can rebuild, leading to weakness, loss of endurance, and a greater risk of injury. This is especially noticeable in the legs because they are responsible for most of the body's weight-bearing activities, from walking and climbing stairs to standing for long periods. In this sense, the strength of your legs is directly tied to how well your muscles are fueled by protein. Protein also plays a role in maintaining balance and coordination. Strong leg muscles stabilize the knees, hips, and ankles, which prevents falls and improves overall mobility. When protein intake is insufficient, not only do the muscles shrink, but the body also becomes less coordinated. Over time, this can lead to a cycle where weakness discourages movement and decreased activity further reduces muscle strength. Including protein in every meal is essential. But it is not just about quantity, the quality of protein matters too. Foods like eggs, lean meats, fish, dairy, beans, lentils, and soy products provide all the essential amino acids that the body cannot make on its own. Pairing these with a balanced intake of vitamins and minerals ensures that the muscles can fully benefit from the protein consumed. An example can make this clearer. Imagine a 50-year-old woman who noticed that her legs felt heavy and tired after even short walks. She had been eating very little protein, relying mostly on carbohydrates and processed foods. When she started including eggs, chicken, beans, and yogurt in her daily diet, she began to see changes within weeks. Her leg muscles felt stronger, climbing stairs became easier, and she could walk longer distances without fatigue. By providing her muscles with the building blocks they needed, protein directly improved her legs' strength and function. This example highlights a simple but powerful truth. Strong legs require strong muscles, and strong muscles need protein. Ignoring this fundamental principle leads to weakness. While consistently including high-quality protein in your diet can rebuild and maintain leg strength, it is one of the most effective ways to ensure that your legs remain capable, stable, and resilient as you age, supporting both daily activities and overall health. Calcium and magnesium are essential minerals that play a fundamental role in maintaining strong, healthy bones and overall stability. Calcium is often the first nutrient people think of when it comes to bone health because it provides the structural framework for bones. Every movement we make, from walking to climbing stairs, relies on bones that can support our body weight. Without enough calcium, bones gradually lose density, becoming fragile and more prone to fractures. Magnesium, though less discussed, is equally vital. It works alongside calcium to ensure proper bone formation and helps regulate muscle function. Muscles rely on magnesium to contract and relax efficiently, which directly affects balance, coordination, and the ability to move safely. When either of these minerals is lacking, the risk of weakness falls and bone injuries increases, making everyday tasks more challenging. These two minerals do not work in isolation. Calcium requires magnesium to be absorbed and utilized effectively in the bones. A deficiency in magnesium can lead to poor calcium metabolism, which undermines bone strength even if calcium intake appears sufficient. Additionally, magnesium supports the production of calcitonin, a hormone that helps preserve bone density. This intricate relationship shows that both nutrients are critical, not just for the skeletal structure, but also for the muscles and connective tissues that depend on strong bones to function properly. Without this balance, even minor physical stress on the body can lead to fatigue, soreness, or a higher likelihood of injury. Maintaining adequate levels of calcium and magnesium ensures that the body remains stable, strong, and able to support the weight of daily life efficiently. A practical example illustrates this connection clearly. Consider a 65-year-old man who had begun experiencing frequent ankle twists and a sense of instability while walking. He was active and exercised regularly, but he had not paid attention to his diet. Blood tests revealed low levels of both calcium and magnesium. Once he adjusted his diet to include calcium-rich foods like dairy, fortified plant milks, and leafy greens, alongside magnesium-rich foods such as almonds, pumpkin seeds, and whole grains, he began to notice a difference within a few months. His bones felt stronger, his legs more stable, and he could walk longer distances without discomfort or fear of falling. His legs, which had signaled weakness first, responded quickly to the nutritional support, demonstrating how essential these minerals are for both strength and stability. This example emphasizes that calcium and magnesium are not optional for bone health. They are foundational. Ensuring adequate intake of both minerals protects the bones from weakening, supports proper muscle function, and enhances overall mobility. By prioritizing these nutrients in everyday meals, individuals can maintain stronger, more resilient legs, reduce the risk of injury, and support a life of independence and stability. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or stress, but chronic inflammation can quietly damage joints, muscles, and connective tissues over time. When joints are inflamed, they become stiff, painful, and harder to move, which directly affects mobility. The legs are particularly vulnerable because they support the body's weight, and even minor inflammation can make walking, climbing stairs, or standing for long periods uncomfortable. Anti-inflammatory foods can help counteract this process by reducing inflammation at a cellular level, allowing joints to move more freely and muscles to function more efficiently. Unlike painkillers, which mask symptoms temporarily, these foods work from within, improving long-term joint health and overall mobility. Certain compounds in foods, such as antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids, are especially powerful at reducing inflammation. Berries, for example, are rich in anthocyanins, which give them their vibrant color and help neutralize inflammatory molecules in the body. Leafy greens like spinach and kale contain vitamins and minerals that support joint health and combat oxidative stress. Nuts and seeds, including almonds and flax seeds, provide healthy fats that help reduce swelling and stiffness in the joints. Fatty fish, such as salmon or mackerel, supply omega-3s that can regulate inflammatory pathways, improving circulation and easing discomfort in the legs. Even certain spices, like turmeric and ginger, contain bioactive compounds that have been shown to reduce inflammation naturally. By incorporating these foods into a daily diet, the body receives continuous support for healthier joints and smoother, more comfortable movement. The benefits of anti-inflammatory foods are not theoretical. They are visible in everyday life. Consider a 58-year-old woman who struggled with knee pain for years. She avoided long walks because her joints ached, and she noticed that her legs felt weak and stiff. After consulting a nutritionist, she added a variety of anti-inflammatory foods to her diet: salmon twice a week, daily servings of berries, spinach salads, and a small amount of turmeric in her meals. Within a few weeks, she noticed that her knee stiffness was reduced, walking became easier, and she could even enjoy short hikes without discomfort. Her legs, which had previously signaled pain and immobility, regained strength and flexibility through simple dietary changes. This example demonstrates a powerful truth. Mobility and comfort in the legs are closely tied to what we eat. Anti-inflammatory foods do more than alleviate occasional aches. They protect joints, improve circulation, and support the muscles and connective tissues that keep the legs strong. By making these foods a regular part of meals, anyone can reduce inflammation, restore ease of movement, and enhance overall leg health. Over time, this approach allows the legs to maintain their strength, flexibility, and endurance, giving the body the freedom to move comfortably and confidently. Omega-3 fatty acids are essential nutrients that play a vital role in maintaining healthy circulation and reducing stiffness in the muscles and joints. These fats are considered essential because the body cannot produce them on its own, which means they must come from dietary sources. One of their most important functions is to support blood flow. Omega-3s help keep the blood vessels flexible and reduce inflammation in the arteries, which improves circulation to the extremities, including the legs. Better circulation means that oxygen and nutrients are delivered more efficiently to muscles and joints, allowing them to perform at their best. When circulation is poor, legs can feel heavy, fatigued, and prone to cramping, making even simple daily activities feel difficult. Incorporating omega-3 fatty acids into the diet ensures that blood flow is optimized, helping muscles recover faster and reducing feelings of tightness or stiffness. Another key benefit of omega-3s is their anti-inflammatory effect. Chronic inflammation can build up in joints and connective tissues over time, leading to stiffness, soreness, and limited mobility. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, help regulate the body's inflammatory response. They work by producing compounds that actively reduce inflammation, which can relieve joint discomfort and improve overall flexibility. Additionally, omega-3s support cell membrane health, which helps muscles function efficiently and recover from stress or minor injuries. This combination of improved circulation and reduced inflammation makes omega-3s particularly important for maintaining leg strength and mobility as we age or remain physically active. A practical example illustrates their effectiveness clearly. Imagine a 62-year-old man who had begun experiencing stiffness in his knees and calves whenever he went for a walk. He noticed that his legs would feel tight and sore by the end of the day, and climbing stairs became increasingly challenging. After consulting a nutritionist, he began adding fatty fish to his diet 3 times a week and included flax seeds and walnuts as daily snacks. Within 2 months, he felt a noticeable improvement. His legs felt lighter, joint stiffness decreased, and he could walk longer distances without discomfort. The omega-3s he added to his diet improved circulation to his legs and reduced the underlying inflammation that had been causing tightness, allowing him to regain both strength and endurance. This example shows that omega-3 fatty acids are not just beneficial for heart health. They are critical for the leg's ability to function efficiently. By improving blood flow, reducing stiffness, and supporting muscle recovery, omega-3s help maintain strength, flexibility, and endurance. Consistently including these nutrients in the diet can transform weak or stiff legs into strong, resilient limbs that support daily activities and overall mobility, allowing a person to move with confidence and ease. Collagen is the protein that gives structure and strength to connective tissues, including tendons, ligaments, and the skin around joints. It acts like a natural scaffolding that holds everything together, allowing muscles and bones to move smoothly and efficiently. Without sufficient collagen, connective tissues can become weak or brittle, leading to decreased stability, joint pain, and an increased risk of injury. While the body produces collagen naturally, production slows with age, and certain nutrients are required to support its synthesis. Vitamins, antioxidants, and amino acids found in specific fruits and vegetables play a critical role in stimulating collagen production and maintaining strong, healthy connective tissues. Fruits rich in vitamin C, such as oranges, strawberries, kiwis, and papayas, are particularly important. Vitamin C is a cofactor in the enzymatic processes that create collagen molecules, meaning that without enough of it, collagen production is limited regardless of other nutrients. Vegetables like bell peppers, spinach, kale, and broccoli are also highly effective because they contain both vitamin C and other compounds such as chlorophyll, carotenoids, and polyphenols, which help protect existing collagen from damage caused by free radicals. In addition, certain amino acids found in vegetables and legumes provide the building blocks for collagen synthesis, ensuring that the protein has the raw materials it needs to form strong connective tissue. By regularly consuming a variety of these fruits and vegetables, the body receives both the tools and the protection needed to maintain resilient, supportive tissues in the legs and throughout the body. A practical example demonstrates the impact clearly. Consider a 57-year-old woman who had begun experiencing frequent ankle instability and mild knee pain, making everyday activities such as walking or climbing stairs uncomfortable. She had been eating a diet low in fresh fruits and vegetables, relying mostly on processed foods. After learning about the role of collagen in connective tissue health, she incorporated foods like strawberries, bell peppers, kale, and beans into her daily meals. Within a few months, she noticed that her joints felt more stable, her knees no longer ached after short walks, and she experienced fewer minor injuries or strains in her ankles. By supporting collagen production through diet, her connective tissues regained strength, allowing her legs to perform more efficiently and with greater endurance. This example highlights a critical truth: strong connective tissue is essential for leg strength, mobility, and overall physical stability, and certain fruits and vegetables directly contribute to its maintenance. By consuming a nutrient-rich variety of these foods, individuals can promote collagen production, protect existing tissue from damage, and reduce the risk of weakness or injury. Over time, this approach ensures that the legs remain resilient, flexible, and capable of supporting daily activities, illustrating the powerful connection between diet, connective tissue health, and functional strength. Hydration and proper minerals are essential for keeping the legs strong, energized, and free from cramps. Water is not just a fluid that quenches thirst, it is a vital medium for countless physiological processes, including nutrient transport, muscle function, and temperature regulation. When the body is dehydrated even slightly, muscles can lose their efficiency, fatigue more quickly, and become prone to spasms. Minerals such as sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium work alongside water to maintain proper fluid balance in and around muscle cells. They regulate electrical signals that tell muscles when to contract and relax, Without the right balance of hydration and electrolytes, the legs may feel weak, heavy, or cramped, making everyday movements more difficult and increasing the risk of injury. Potassium, found in bananas, sweet potatoes, and spinach, is particularly important because it helps prevent muscle cramping and supports steady nerve signaling. Magnesium, abundant in nuts, seeds, and whole grains, aids muscle relaxation and prevents sudden spasms. Calcium, from dairy products, leafy greens, and fortified foods, works with magnesium to ensure smooth contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Sodium, although often consumed in excess in processed foods, is still necessary in moderate amounts to maintain fluid balance and prevent fatigue during prolonged activity. Together, these minerals act like a finely tuned orchestra, ensuring that muscles receive the signals, nutrients, and hydration they need to function optimally. When any part of this system is lacking, the legs often feel the first effects, signaling that something in the body's balance is off. A practical example illustrates the importance of hydration and mineral balance. Consider a 45-year-old man who regularly experienced leg cramps during evening walks. He initially attributed the discomfort to aging or overexertion. Upon reflection, he realized that he was not drinking enough water throughout the day and rarely ate foods rich in potassium or magnesium. Once he began drinking adequate water, adding bananas, spinach, and almonds to his diet, and moderating his sodium intake, the cramps gradually disappeared. His legs felt lighter, less fatigued, and more resilient during his walks. This simple adjustment in hydration and mineral intake directly improved his leg function and overall endurance. This example highlights a key truth. Hydration and proper mineral intake are not optional. They are fundamental for preventing cramps, reducing fatigue, and supporting leg strength. By maintaining a consistent intake of water and minerals, muscles can contract and relax efficiently, nerve signals are transmitted smoothly, and legs remain strong and reliable. Small, consistent changes, drinking enough water and consuming mineral-rich foods, can make a significant difference in leg performance and overall mobility. Ensuring this balance allows individuals to move with confidence, maintain endurance, and reduce discomfort in their daily activities. Small, consistent changes in diet can have a surprisingly powerful effect on leg strength and balance, even when they seem minor at first. The legs are heavily influenced by the nutrients they receive, and improvements in mobility, endurance, and stability often begin with the simplest adjustments to what we eat. Nutrients like protein, calcium, magnesium, antioxidants, and healthy fats all work together to strengthen muscles, support bones, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation. By incorporating these foods regularly, even in small amounts, the body receives the building blocks it needs to repair, grow, and maintain the structures that keep the legs strong and balanced. Over time, these incremental changes can add up, producing results that may feel almost immediate, yet continue to improve as the body adapts. For example, adding a single protein-rich food like eggs or beans to breakfast, incorporating leafy greens into lunch, or including a handful of nuts as a snack can provide the essential amino acids, minerals, and healthy fats needed for muscle repair and joint support. These seemingly small additions increase nutrient availability for muscles and bones, which improves endurance and stability. The cumulative effect of consistent nutrition helps muscles recover more efficiently after activity, prevents cramps, supports connective tissue, and enhances overall leg function. In addition, these changes often improve energy levels, which encourages more movement and exercise. A positive cycle that further strengthens the legs and improves balance. The impact of small dietary changes is best illustrated with a real-world example. Consider a 60-year-old woman who had noticed her legs were weaker, making her cautious about walking long distances or climbing stairs. She was not eating a particularly balanced diet and had been relying heavily on processed foods. A nutritionist suggested that she make a few simple changes, adding a serving of yogurt or eggs to her breakfast, including spinach or kale with lunch, snacking on almonds in the afternoon, and drinking more water throughout the day. Within a few weeks, she began noticing subtle but important differences. Her legs felt less fatigued, climbing stairs became easier, and she felt more stable when walking on uneven ground. Over a few months, these small dietary adjustments led to significant improvements in her legs' strength and balance, illustrating how minor but consistent changes can create meaningful results. This example highlights a critical principle: the path to stronger, more stable legs does not always require dramatic or expensive interventions. Incremental, sustainable improvements in diet provide the body with the nutrients it needs to function optimally. By focusing on consistent small changes, individuals can enhance muscle strength, improve balance, prevent injuries, and increase overall mobility. Over time, these modest actions accumulate, demonstrating that even minor dietary improvements can have a major impact on leg health and the quality of everyday life.